theoretically, we have gone live. Maybe theoretically. I exist. Cool. The video game exists. Does Luca exist?
I'm here.
Then everything is ready, except for the part where I have to at everyone. I'm doing it. I've done it. I've added people. It's been done.
You did it.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Let's approve the autosave feature.
I think it's provable.
We're still in this room, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Because we didn't leave. Imagine leaving rooms when you could just not.
I think it's good to stay. Smell the scenery.
The old Bailey, not the new one. The old one.
Do you want to talk to Suzat? Or we out?
Oh, Susato Kurugi, right? That was a Code Geass joke, don't mind me.
Cool.
I'm just gonna talk to Tats directly just in case.
Okay.
Because you never know, sometimes people will have things muted, and that is completely understandable because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Miss... I think I'm gonna get flipped. I'm excited.
It's time.
Mr. Sato, can I just ask you something? Careful. From this position, I can perform a Susato takedown in an instant. I know.
What's your words?
Mr. Naruhodo, you heard Lord Strongheart. The trial starts immediately. If I need to throw you, I will. You know, you could just say, I think we should hurry to the courtroom. If you need to ask me anything, it's better wait until we're at the Old Bailey. It's true.
Yeah. Alright, she's saying just like, get a move on.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought would happen, but I wasn't sure, and it was worth asking. It's 5 to 15 minutes until my Mac is... Oh my god.
Oh,
Look
your
at that.
peeps.
Humans. One of them has a moustache. It's great.
Oi, governor!
Oh my god. It's called the Defendant's Antechamber. My god. It's so British. I want to. I could cry. 9:45 a.m. Excuse you.
Excuse me.
Oh, thank goodness, we're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. Yeah, that sounds like a fun time.
Oh.
Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. It's one of my favourite lines from Herlock Sholmes stories, and it worked quite perfectly. Not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. It's true. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here. Do you want to be the defendant? Since... I don't know.
Defender. Sure.
Who knows? Because like it's kind of hard to feel like I don't just want to say, hey, take all of the new characters we meet. But
I don't
like,
mind taking them.
yeah, well, I mean, look, hey, if you don't mind, then I guess it's fine. I still feel like I'm just kind of like, haha, do the thing, haha, do the thing. So this is the Old Bailey.
This is what I'm here for.
You're here. No, you're here to help. You're here to brain think with me, not just regular think, brain think. Like lightning through the skull. That's how brain thinking works. Did you know that the room for the defendants to wait in is grand?
Oh.
That means it's worth $1,000.
Wow.
That's exactly how that works, man. That's the only reason that's how that word works. It's grand. Even the room for defendants to wait in is like this. Look at it. It's so white and marbly. It's crazy. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Naruhodo, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm feeling tense. That's all. I think I'm about to have a fucking heart attack. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. I nearly ran out of breath while saying that line, so it sounded weird. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Speaking of air.
Huh?
Speaking of air.
An oppressive air, in fact. Like the lack of it in my lungs.
That's yeah, exactly.
Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. Inside that suitcase, definitely. Anyway. Yes,
True.
whoever the man you're to defend is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment.
Double the one to you, madam. Sir.
This fucking guy.
What are you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, aren't they?
This isn't the Australian. The Australian is called... It looks different. He has a mustache.
You think this is Australian?
There's a different man who is the Australian. You can, however, do him in the Australian accent.
I wasn't trying to do Australian.
You almost kind of did a weird
I was
Australian.
trying to do Jacksepticeye.
Put them into ya.
Then why did it sound more like Australian and Bogan than Jacksepticeye? For the second line. The first time was you were there, and then the second time it just altered drastically, and I was confused. Sorry.
Would you look at those expressionless faces from East Eyes, use?
We're from Japan, yes?
Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much you need?
No, we're just here because...
No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself.
Oh god, I am slipping into Australian.
Yeah.
So I have.
It's very Australian.
No place to go, not to eat. Billy a P in your name, and all way in a strange, faraway land.
This is so Australian. I don't know. This does not sound Jacksepticeye. Like when he did his top of the morning to you, like it was fine. Yeah, like that. See, that's perfect. But what you're doing for every other word is Australian. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet. No.
Tis grand.
I don't know.
Let me start by giving users 1,000 guineas. See nothing now.
There you go. This is good. This is what we need. This is what you meant to do. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What?
He's nothing to me at all. I like to ensure I have sufficient funds to weather any day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over.
And yet, he's on trial for a murder.
And yes.
How times have changed, where the rich don't automatically get, knocked out of, the potential to be guilty.
True.
Could that much rain even fall in one day? Gotta love my very uncontroversial, in my opinion, takes on current legal systems.
Get him.
Fucking get him. Well, even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. That hit me in the eye.
That was a jump scare. Don't get me wrong,
And more like a scump jam, am I right? I just changed the letters around.
I'm not giving it to you, no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me.
Oh?
To be honest, it's a little embarrassing. The trial that's about to begin, you see, is for me good self here. I'll be on the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'll be my lawyer, but it's just a little detail now.
Oh, well, the thing is...
Don't worry about the thing. All you have to do is stand up there next to me. Nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial's going to start with me without having any kind of representation at all. Oh.
So it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't making it all up. I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but does that mean you're the defendant in this trial? Well, I suppose that is what that means.
Bluster and blazes. Do yous know who I am? Me? One of London's biggest names?
Apparently. I'm just trying to message Bean about the food almost here, because like 2 minutes.
Ooh.
There we go. Apparently it's on a bicycle, so it may take some time.
Oh.
Yeah. No, sorry, we've only just arrived in the city, you see.
I see. I suppose it isn't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, that's the centre of London. There in the centre of London is another beautiful park.
Sorry, a park? What?
It's called McGilded Park. Full of blossoming flowers in the spring and dancing birds, not or not. I did it to the city. So did I. So what did I lost my voice on.
So I did. Oh, you were doing well. You were doing well. It's alright. This character is interesting. I don't know how to feel about him, because I'm, like, naturally inclined to hate the rich normally, but...
Exactly.
He seems like not a scumbag, maybe? Maybe. We've yet to see. He might be a little scummy, but... Theoretically, if we're defending him, he didn't murder anybody.
Okay.
At least there's that.
Good gems.
And an entire park in central London. Hoping I also didn't fuck anyone over, but you know, never know.
A city of smiles. That's my vision of London.
Thank you, Bean. I love you.
There's none Magnus McGill wouldn't do for their city of and its choir of people.
Queer.
That's a word.
That's never a word I've seen before. That's... Okay. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary.
But... Well, the goal to say I'm quite good or not and criminal. Me, Magnus McGill did. What is the matter with the London police, I ask ya?
He definitely seems upset. Alright, don't pass out. Mr. Naruhodo?
I think this guy's a freak. I think he's a weirdo.
Perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. He's having a real time of things right now. Oh, I forgot to put my pie plate back from yesterday. Oops. Shitty pie plate. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best.
What was I after saying, you daft idiots? I given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I?
Well, yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you.
Oh.
He's caught his breath.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here.
Sorry?
I know what you're thinking. This Chancellor fella claims to have more money than the Queen. If that's true, why the blazes can't he hire the finest lawyer in all of London? England. Because he did it, that's the only explanation.
Thank you, Bean, for the food. Enjoy your food.
Well?
Well... I mean... I just think everyone thinks he did it, but he didn't.
Yo.
Not at all, although it is a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean?
That would be the fault of the Reaper.
Excuse me? Sorry, did he just say Reaper? Overwatch. In this day and age...
He's at 80% ult charge, so keep your eye out. Make sure you got bubbles ready. Aye, the Grim Reaper of the Bailey, Lord Barak von Zieks. He's the prosecutor.
The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper?
The Grim Reaper. When Zenvike stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lamb.
Oh.
And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor. The accused have been damned.
What?
So it's reached the desperate situation where there's no one willing to stand in the fence against the fella at all. You could say he's living legend of the Old Bailey.
What a time. What a guy.
What a freak. I can't wait to see this freak.
I'm excited. She's reached a career in a circus.
Yeah. That's how the circus ends up in the earlier Ace Attorney games.
That's true.
From these people.
That's true. Yep, hang on. I was trying to send an emoji to someone and I accidentally sent the gift nitro button.
If you send them the nitro.
There we go. Tats is currently hanging out with a friend, and that is A-okay. He said he'll drop by later. He's playing this game. He doesn't need to see this. It's fine. Except, you know, to look at us and watch us fail. And laugh. Goodness. Lord Baroque Van Zeeks. Must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor, then. I'm terrified.
Good.
Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed.
Ah. So, you're telling me that this will be a blessed trial.
It's gonna be deep fried. Cursed. All those words that get the same.
Cursed? What on earth? I don't even own an air fryer. Oh, he's actually animating his mouth as well.
The trial's about to begin.
Thank you, Yoda.
No problem.
Accidentally, had some Coke go down the wrong way. I fucking tell them every time, no ice in my drink, and they do it anyway.
Bitch.
Wait, it already arrived?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, my throat.
Oh, this time. Well then, don't let me down.
Wait, we're going in now?
Yeah. We only had 15 minutes. We just spent it talking to this man.
Shit. This is like the first case all over again.
But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened.
Until you showed your face here. I made up my mind, so I had.
Sorry?
I decided I'd have to defend myself in there.
How would that have worked?
Then you made an appearance, a suit of law, wouldn't you know? Just no accident, I can assure you of that. His fate.
True.
So don't get cold feet now, please.
I shouldn't get cold.
I literally know nothing about the case or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I do know is that I can't just turn my back on him.
Proceeds to do a 180.
Mr. Naruto. The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen.
Belly for the defense. What are you doing?
Did you say ballot for the defense? Excuse me?
Counsel. If you're late in the start of the trial, you would lose your right to stand.
I'll be right there.
Jiffy.
Let's fucking do it. Let's annihilate Mr. Van Zeek's asshole.
Oh.
Hey, it's what we did to Miles Edgeworth, right?
Oh, I can't wait. We'll do that again.
I can't wait to annihilatus, exterminatus on this man. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. Hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. Man, that was not the thing I was expecting him to say. But damned if it wasn't what he said. Ooh. That's spicy.
Holy
That looks very cool.
It's
I like the
Pokemon gym. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Dun 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 dun. Old Bailey courtroom. Dun dun dun. 10 a.m.
Look at these. My god.
So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't
Is
it?
this a real place?
It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It probably doesn't look like this, but I assume so.
Well, the Old Bailey's real.
Yeah, I assume it's a real location. It just doesn't look like fucking this.
Well, maybe you never know.
It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair.
It actually looks kind of like this.
You're fucking joking.
Not like this extreme.
Like, can you send it to me? Get it to me.
I need like the best example. This is a pretty good one.
Let me see. Oh, okay. No, I kind of see it. I just definitely not quite this.
They like upped it in the game. Like
Yeah.
there's fucking stained glass. The lighting is crazy.
I honestly, I love the in-game version. This is fucking incredible. If this was a courtroom, I think, you know, law would be a more sought after profession, maybe. just for a chance to be here.
Yeah.
May I say something, Master Naruhodo? Oh, yes. What?
Oh, not again.
Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. I love that the armband goes down a little bit when he does this pose. That's actually such a great detail. I just can't help it.
What
And the judge. Okay. The question is...
Yeah?
The question is, who's doing the judge? And I mean, obviously, you said you want to do Barak Van Zeeks, and you're
Yeah.
doing the thing. So, who doing the judge? Who doing what?
I mean, you did the judge in the previous one, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
I did.
You want?
I can do it. I'm happy to do it.
Woohoo!
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
It's fucking Santa Claus, my guy. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It is. It looks like Santa Claus, but I didn't want to give him a Santa voice. I don't know. I could have done it, but I don't know. What do you think? Did my voice work, or should I do Santa?
Yeah, keep it there. I think it's fun.
I just kind of the vibe I got from his line. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not a normal ass line. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. I really should give him a Santa voice. Sorry.
Go for it. The prosecution is fully prepared.
Oh, I love it, going with a little bit of the Hosonaga there.
The Sarah Snake.
Oh, the Snape. That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. Incredible.
Terrifying.
I don't know. Would it be like a counsel for the defense? I don't know. I don't like the... I don't know. I'm gonna do what I was doing before. I'm gonna fucking do what I was doing before. Let's do it.
Fine.
Counsel for the defense. You appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. Oh.
Those eyes please me. Nipponese.
Oh, what a statement.
Yeah, he's a fucking racist.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Get ready for racism. Yeah. Anyway. Ah! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark.
That was fucking weird. Why did someone say that? They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
Wonderful. At least to be fair, that line wasn't racist. That was just him underestimating the shit out of us.
Being weirdo.
Being a bitch. A cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes. Tippy toes.
Yes, your shoulders, knees, and toes.
Now, Mr. McGilden. I don't know if I'm doing the right voice anymore. Shit. I feel like I've done it. I just did try to change it by accident.
Can't help yourself.
Yes, my lord.
I guess I was going to say, that's you.
That's me.
You stand accused of murder. A capital offence. You could be sent to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defence to this foreigner?
As I've always said, my lord, it's a grand thing to give opportunities to the young.
Like, hey, he's going at it from a perspective of he's you know, I like that. What a thing.
He doesn't have a better option, which is
Yeah.
like the best part.
And I like the way he's spinning it though.
Even if the fella is some student from some little island up in the far east. Is it not the British way to ignore the dangers of yourself and give to the less fortunate a fair chance?
Close
Give
enough.
those less-
Oh, God. I gotta read this like half the speed. There's so many like crazy words.
Yeah.
Crazy words like those and less.
And yourself. Those and less.
Yeah.
And two.
I like to think that acts of chivalry do the great British Empire proud.
Mr. McGilden, what a fine gentleman London has in him. Mother, may we please go and play in McGilden Park? It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilden. That's definitely welcome news, and he certainly has a way with words. No shit. Damn, what a guy. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him.
Yeah. What the fuck happened?
The Reaper. It's that
Oh,
simple.
That's simple.
Eloquently put, Mr. McGilden, and most laudable sentiments. Sentiments. Sediments. There we go.
Sediments.
I was trying to remember what word is like sentiment, but isn't it? And I'm like, there we go, it's sediment. Sedimentary, my dear Watson.
Oh, sorry, what?
What? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you... Oh, fuck. There's another 6 characters we have to voice. This is going to be a thing.
Oh.
Nope.
Does the jury change every case? Well,
I have no idea. Give me a sec, sorry.
oh.
I've been added somewhere. Why have I been added? Ah, yep. Someone added everyone in their server for the Twitch security thing, which is hilariously what I was just talking to Laz about, because she was like, I've still forgotten to make an account, and I'm like, good thing, good, you know what? Good thing, because you would have had to change your password. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? I love these people. There's a maid. I want the maid. I want to voice the maid. I don't care who else. I don't care who else I get from this. I want to voice the maid. What's this guy with the knife?
Oh my god, that's Jack the Ripper.
He might be. Could be a Gripper the Ripper.
Yes, my lord. Tis the task of this to send rushers to the gallows where they belong. I'm more than ready.
At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree.
Like, do you just want to alternate?
I mean, that means I'm doing all. I'm thinking that means I'm doing all the ladies and you're doing all the
Take
guys.
this person, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me.
Perfect. As soon as I heard it, I was like, yes, that's the voice.
Are you kidding me?
J.K. Rowling, get out of here.
Should I take this one? Do you want to take? I don't know. Like who? What? Who? What? When? Where? Why? How?
Rock, paper, scissors. 3, 2, 1. Paper.
Rock. Oh, okay.
I feel a chill.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
That's sure. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson.
Aw. Angelic woman.
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, these people are... the jury, yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet.
The jury.
That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passed a sentence according to the law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense. So the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. Which is awesome and terrifying. Hang on. Let me just... I'm trying to eat... I want to eat this burger that I have that's been sitting with me for this whole time. I'm making so much noise. Ah, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'll make noise saying no one hears it.
I need to bind like something to my keyboard to mute myself.
Bind Scatman's World.
What a song. I love that.
Fucking...
But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict? That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prosecute. What did I do for this voice? I've already forgotten. You know, with all the other voices we have to do.
We have so much people.
I think going Santa is the right call just because he looks like Santa, so it's super easy to remember.
That's the one you can remember, yeah.
Yeah. Prosecutor Van Zykes.
Nice. My lord.
It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounced your fame. Ho ho ho!
I am known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity.
Interesting. I wonder why. So, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware? I'm assuming his wife and children are dead or something. I don't know.
No, he needs blood. It's not fun. He needs more willing victims.
Oh. What a guy.
I leave that to your imagination, my lord.
So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback? Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. just him like running out of breath as he does the laugh because he's like too old.
You.
Santa, but even older.
Santa but dying.
Santa but dying. Because he needs to a phoenix reincarnate.
It's Santa parentheses mortal.
Apologies, I'm trying to eat a burger that's collapsing around itself.
Black hole burger.
True. Apologies. Ooh. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please.
No me, no me. No me, don't look at me. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this case is of overwhelming simplicity.
Is that why he came back?
Because he's a baby.
We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware.
The incident took place in the late evening, 3 days past. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks named in the community as thrice-fired mason.
Interesting.
Because he got fired 3 times?
No.
Or is that a brick joke?
Probably bricks. Sorry, thrice? He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible.
Oh. Oh.
Like his body.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an ominous that's an ominous, that's omnibus. In an omnibus in service in the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death.
Actually, he says believed, but not 100%.
Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer and Scotland Yard.
At least we can't get updated autopsy reported.
Because you didn't even have it yet, bitch. This is your first look.
Interesting. A photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record.
Yes, you'll like this one. Oh, I was mid.
Line.
One further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
And these are... Good lord. It's the Blood Council. Oh, that's great. There's a little toupee. I love him.
Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McGilden's gloves had blood on them?
Oh my god, it is like standing so far away from the beam.
Yes, I'll accept these as evidence as well. Why would they be on his hands, though?
True.
He's a ring boy. He doesn't wear gloves. He wears rings.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's my guess, at least. According to Tats, apparently this case plays itself a little, so it's interesting to see how that will pan out.
Okay.
But so that's one thing I remember him mentioning. But
yeah,
we'll see. How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I've even started.
Continuing.
Continue.
Continue. According to the driver of the omnibus, sounds like a fucking feature bus. There were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
The third was invisible. That's why. He's the dead ringer. That's why. My camera? Hello? There you are. Only 2?
Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. Obviously, you don't own a brickmaker. The other...
A bread maker or a deep fryer?
I meant to say a brickmaker, yeah. Was the accused Magnus McGilden.
Look at this man.
I'm a freak.
Interesting. Well, rather damning circumstances to say the least. Defendant, what say you?
Of course, I have no recollection of such a thing.
Mr. McGilden?
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I'm always succumb to it.
Are you claiming to have been asleep?
'Tis the motion of the carriage, my lord. Littling, so it is.
Lilton.
When I open my eyes again.
Lilton John. I don't know.
It was a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid eyes on before in my life.
Oh, sorry, I was asleep.
Now, I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about worrying about me gloves now, was I? Reached out to give my man the hand.
I see, so that's the story. That makes sense. I guess he was wearing them and, you know. That happened. So the blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed.
Unfortunately, that statement of the driver's is only the beginning.
What? That's not all of it?
There are multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed.
My guess is they saw when he went forward to try and help the guy, and it looked like he was when he was stabbed.
Ooh, shit.
Order! Order! Order!
Excuse me. When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And they were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence. It's the nail in the coffin for the accused.
Wonderful.
You're
Wonderful.
fucked, bitch.
Oh no! I'm fucked, bitch! Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. Oh, fuck. I think we'll hear testimony from these witnesses first of all.
Your wish is my command.
What? No, I wished for a pony. What are you doing?
Too bad, bitch. Bailiff, bring the witnesses in at once.
Excellent. Oh.
Oh my god. Look at these English.
Three of them.
I'm a little boy.
Witnesses, state your name and occupations.
Names. Your name, singular, and occupations, plural.
Oh shit.
So there's three of them.
Who's taking this freak?
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Scissors.
Square.
What?
Square is paper.
Okay. I said scissors, so I guess I am.
I don't know why is it square. I don't know.
I don't know, it's like the Enix? Square like the Enix.
Yep. Excuse me?
Everyone calls me Beppo.
Fuck you, Beppo. I already love Beppo.
I drive an omnibus in the East End. I don't know what this voice is. Yours. It's the Australian. It's the boy.
Boy, Bruce Fairplay. I'm a banker in the city. My name's First. Lady First. I'm make hats for gents.
Do you now? With a hat that shit.
I'm a little boy.
Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident.
Incidents.
Oh, plurals. Is that correct?
Oh, fuck, I've already forgotten the voice I gave him. Yes, sir!
Quite right. Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
I wonder if Lay is in fact two children in a suit.
Oh my god. Wait, what was the name, Pumpkin?
Lady First. Lady First? Ladies first? Yeah, I guess so. Bruce Fairplay. Sorry, anyway.
Wait, what'd you say?
Bruce Fairplay is the name of the Australian.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair play.
Very fair play to me, yep.
Very well then, let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. 3. Whoa, shitness testimony? I love it. What witnesses saw? It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well.
And the victim and the man inside accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Sorry, no, you gotta be short.
Wow, the murder came from inside the bus.
Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife right into his gut.
Oh, that's right. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it.
He totally is. Like, look at how small, look how big that suit is.
He's got the fucking tiny shoulders.
Yeah.
Or big shoulders, but like, that's a big suit.
Yeah.
So funny.
As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. I don't know why I made him like American, but like Beppo. I don't know. Unambiguous testimony, I must say.
Exactly, my lord.
There you go. Exactly, my lord. Get it? Get it? Van Zeekly.
Exactly. Just gotta replace every can with Van and every exact with Zeke.
Yeah. Line?
Oh, that's my line. You're like, and?
It's like, yes, and?
These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes.
I must think about things. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel? Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. I'm about to get shafted.
How quaint. I read that oh god, here we go. I read that the civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you ever even traveled in an omnibus?
Well, no. We only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see it for ourselves, the actual scene of the crime, that is. Bring it in, to the courtroom.
What do you mean, the actual scene? How? I assume that's what he means.
Holy shit, I didn't think it would happen. A carriage designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much.
Yes.
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building.
It's inside the building! Here? What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff, or whatever it is, fucking whatever. Bring forth the stricken omnibus.
I like the way you say belief. It's funnier, to be honest, even if it's wrong. Even if it's wrong, it's technically right to me, in my soul.
Oh, thank you.
It's right to me, in my soul, in my heart and soul, in my heart of thoughts.
Damn.
Look at that thing, jeez. So that's an omnibus, the omnibus. Can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here.
Now that's a fucking omnibus.
That's pretty omnibus.
That's both omni and bus, I would say.
It's a pretty omnibus scene, you know. I'm not sure how to feel about it.
God.
Can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers.
That's true. He's right, you know.
4 passengers seated inside in the... 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop of deck above. And this is my first one on the next page. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above. Oh, were they on the top floor?
I see. Ah, skylight. Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see.
The penny drops last and fast.
These two gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats in the omnibus when the murder took place.
2.5 gentlemen, more like.
That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight.
Through the fire and the flames, we carry on.
We carry on.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Of course he's a Dragon Force fan. Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. However, I have experienced the fire and the flames. Look at them, they're right next to me.
I may not look like it, but I'm a big scene killer.
There are numerous important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. I wait. That is the prosecution's wish.
Hey, Tats, welcome! The omnibus has been presented as evidence. Very well, I see no reason why not. The omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence.
I love that you're getting the judge a go.
It's a time. You get the Korean judge though. Examine the living shit out
It's
of
a
it.
fucking omnibus, dude.
What about the dead shit?
Never in my life would I imagine I'd seen an omnibus.
What is it about McDonald's cheeseburger cheese that I just want to eat it? Just want to eat it.
It's actually a separate burger inside of the cheese. Levels.
Huh?
Yeah.
Avicii? I can't believe it. The entire crime scene enters as evidence. Watch.
Oh, that was advice. Okay.
Watch as I record the court. Whoa.
Holy shit, you can just examine the whole thing. They were like, what's the biggest thing we can put in the court record?
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we? Oh, the scene of a murder. It's horrible.
And the wallpaper, even worse.
Can I... Oh no.
Oh, cool.
I can spin. You spin me right around. That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victim's, obviously. Yes, and the seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in full view of the other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark. Never mind. There was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the skull couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. I was kind of hoping you would say something dumb.
Nope. No one's decided speaking.
Why? Huh?
She's
What?
a kid.
Is she? Hang on. I need to find out. I don't remember how old she is. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. How do I... Oh, because we're in the court record, I can't
Yeah,
court
she's
record.
16.
Is she?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah. They got the fucking Paris? Hello?
Down.
Oh. Compartment?
Is Susato 16? Or is she also of adult age? I definitely should not look on the Warframe wiki.
Warframe wiki. Confirmation from the Gar Master, thank you.
The Gaster?
Did you just pull an Undertale?
No.
Yeah.
She is 16. Okay, there you go. I see now. Alright, are you ready?
I believe.
I'm sad.
That was Garth all along.
This seat has a handle, it seems. Kring!
Oh!
I was actually just portmanteauing...
You got trinkets and bits and bobs.
I was actually just portmanteauing a GA and Master, but you know, that works too. This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway.
I didn't touch my mouse. Oh my god.
What? Imagine... Oh, I press Z by accident, which means I'm no longer inside. I feel like there must be something.
Let me back in.
Let me in! Let me in! Okay, so only on the one side. Ah, that's a poster from the great exhibition that's due to start 6 entire months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Ooh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. Okay. So this is all the one. Okay. I can see something. Oh god. The carriage can see inside. Into my soul.
The carriage can see itself.
Ah, that's a
I'm
poster
just looking
for
up these places. It's fun.
It's due to start 6 months from now. Focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower. Okay, well, cool, we've done that.
I never knew about the Crystal Tower.
Crystal Palace?
Crystal Palace.
What are the
It
Gherkin?
sounds like I made up place.
It's a place, man. Have you heard of the Gherkin?
Huh?
Someone who's been to London. The Gherkin exists. It's a building.
Oh my god, that's a really good name.
Yeah. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Quite large, quite large. Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. What about from the poop deck?
Oh, true.
And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description, so I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin at least.
Interesting.
This is great.
Spin. Okay, I think we should leave. Get back to the.
You shouldn't be here, as they say.
Shouldn't be here.
It's a good ass model though, damn.
Yeah, they put effort in.
They got 3D artists on these games now. God damn.
An artist is the correct word, most assuredly. I don't have anything out of place. Damn it! Piss off. There we go.
There you go.
You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin, so I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. It's not good for us.
Chair?
The bench itself?
Yeah,
So this is the roof deck of the
stick.
omnibus. It's true, it's a giant popsicle stick. When the giant finished eating his popsicle, then they used the stick to make the
Yeah,
cart.
it's got like the text from those competitions on it as well.
Yeah. London Head Office Job Masters. As you know, you want a job. Roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here. So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with the cold air rushing past them.
Oh,
And
God,
they
I
have to
wish
pay
that were me.
money to do so.
God, I wish that were me.
I can't imagine how cold it must feel. Why would you wish that? Why would you
I wanna
wish that
feel-
upon anyone? Just to feel something.
Just feel something. Want trouble?
Just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment? Perhaps that is the real price you pay to stay out late. I've started to examine the cart a whole lot, but...
Can we check underneath it? I don't know. It probably doesn't matter at this moment.
No, it doesn't let me go under.
Phoenix? What? You can't just say that.
You can't use those words!
You can't just say that. I guess you can, but I'm really.
I'm mad. All these people. He's 52. He's 48. Together that makes 100.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
32. 54. No. Oh, it doesn't even give us profiles on the drawers. Maybe.
Don't know what that means. Yeah.
It's true. Entire crime scene. Entered as evidence. As in, we literally entered it. The evidence. Ha ha ha. Get it? Fucking joke pun.
So funny.
Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Honestly, my brain was like, giving that omnibus a big slap. Giving it a good slap. Whoa! Let us continue with the proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel.
Counsel. I like both countries call them counsel. Counsel. Pray, don't expect this nippany stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights.
What an absolute
sentence.
bitch. What an absolute bitch of a man.
Oh, I'm racist.
That Baroque Van Zieks. I honestly think his name is Baron Van Zieks. I thought he was a baron.
that could work.
Barack Van Zieks doesn't hold a candle to Barack Obama. I'm not wrong, am I?
Everyone is saying this.
Everyone said this. Right, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Rinosuke. Focus.
Just totally unfazed by like the insanity that's happening from Zeke's. What a freaking dude.
Yeah, he doesn't care. What the witness saw. I see. It's time to save. Time to make a BSS.
Oh, true.
Especially when we're not using BlueStacks.
It's in spirit.
The stacks are blue in spirit. The buttons sure blue. If that means anything. My throat, Jesus Christ. So last was the evening, so a few customers remember it well. Time to press. Hold it. Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it?
Oh, we can do the thing. I'm a little boy.
You had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Does it have like a little indicator of other people?
I assume it does.
Maybe those dots above the people can be used.
I also didn't read his first line before.
Oh.
As my throat is killing me. Oh my god. I really that drink into the water, the liquid at the wrong time and downing it into my lungs was not ideal.
Yeah,
or nearly into my lungs. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Sometime after 10. Oh, yes, sir, that's right, sir. Yes, it was ever so cold. It was freezing, in fact. I don't know why I'm giving this voice, but, you know. It's almost the Phineas Filch voice.
Yeah, I was going to say. I love that
Phineas,
voice, though.
Phineas Beppo Filch.
So they have the similar energy to me.
Yeah.
Just little guys.
Yeah. Yes, that's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same part of the bus, of course, though. No. I'm fucking freezing.
Look at this man, like a blanket. Oh my god.
Put him next to the fire. If we're not careful, his HP will drop to 0 and he'll have to respawn in the jail cell. That was... That's a Dread Hunger reference.
What?
Dread Hunger is a social deception game where you play as the crew of an explorer ship. You play as the crew of an explorer ship in the Arctic Circle and you have to escape, and 2 players are thralls of the 8.
Oh,
and there are hunger and heat mechanics. And if your heat drops to 0, from not standing next to a fire and whatnot,
Wow.
then you can
awesome.
die.
Holy
It is actually really cool. It's still in beta, and there's only 2 maps, but it's really interesting. The Yogscast have done quite a lot of playing of it, like Duncan especially. Duncan and Pedguin seem to love the game. They play like even out of the main channel videos. They just play for fun. It's great. It's very involved.
Among Us doesn't like make people like get tired of this genre.
Yeah.
I don't get how
it's pretty good. I feel like it's honestly just like it's a game worth playing at some point, but we would need a good 8 people together to do so. Is the problem? At least it's not like 8 to 12 or whatever like Among Us can be. I don't know how many people Among Us can have in maximum, but like 8 is the number for Dread Hunger.
Perfect. It's achievable.
15, yeah, that's a lot. That's 7 times more.
The cloud chip for Kingdom Hearts is fucking stupid. Don't sell cloud games on the Switch. What are you doing, Disney? My God.
That's insane. Oh well.
Fucking insane company.
There were no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example. No, you're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that. No, none. Oh, why does it say welcome to the chat room when the stream didn't refresh?
Oh, sometimes it does that for me.
Welcome to the chat room. Oh.
Like when you DC and reseed.
Apparently, I just had it like give me the chat rules when I tried to type in.
Oh, did you get logged out?
I don't know. There we go. I was trying to thank the bot for welcoming me to the chat room.
Oh.
Didn't expect to accidentally thank Tatsuya. Tatsuya's not a chat bot. Tatsuya is a friend. Nobody fled the scene of the crime then. And yes, I don't know what they were thinking. It's madness.
That was like the funniest part of the direct last night. Was like, by the way, you can't even play these games on the Switch.
Yeah. Well, until of course they're clouded, very cloudy. Just play it on Xbox, Lamau. Just play it on Xbox, Lamau.
The remakes are on the other platforms. You good?
Yeah. I have to say, the boss insists on it running. He does every evening, the last bus of the day. Bus. Ghost. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Heart of the Melody is on sale. Oh, nice. Well, with it being so cold and everything and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spend that much on the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. Poor guy. It's Mr. Fairplay. Are you ready?
Yeah, mate. I'm always ready.
And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage?
That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. Here you go, I'll throw you up there. There was a lamp on inside, so I had a pretty good view.
Keep being super cold. It's not that I'm...
It's because of Beppo.
It's Beppo, yeah. Well, it's also because it's physically cold in this location, this location.
Oh my god.
Yeah, remember they said that specifically. There was a specific version of the song. There you go. Bam. Because they were like on opposite sides, weren't they? That's my guess. My guess is they were on opposite sides. I don't know.
The two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's not a shadow doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded.
Except that he's not wearing gloves. Actually, that's the real proof in the pudding. There's no gloves on that man.
No rings, no gloves. What the fuck's going on here, man?
How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it politely? It's in the vibe. Mr. McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else.
Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, The only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilton. There is no room for doubt here.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I really wish there was.
Then out of the blue, the accursed just reached over and plunged a knife right into his guts.
What an accursed accused. You actually saw the exact moment it happened?
Didn't I already testify to that? Or are fair dinkum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days?
Yeah, that's exactly the case.
Cunt.
Oof. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Even though I explicitly said it, bitch! Look at me making an enemy of the rich. It's fun.
Look at me.
It's fun.
Look at me making an enemy of the rich.
Yes, because they definitely have the capacity to notice this one random individual that is not noteworthy at all. I exist.
Everyone knows him, but for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
This strange man.
Yes. What the fuck? Oh, that's a piece of a model that needs to go back on the model.
Yeah.
He made a cool model, and unfortunately a piece of it came off, and
Fair
I'm
dinkum
sad.
true blue Aussie, mate. That's what they call me. Ugh.
Fair dinkum!
Yeah, suck my dick if you want. I don't give a shit.
Excuse
I don't
me?
know where that came from. Sorry, I'm just trying to say things.
You just stunned me for a good couple seconds there. I was just like, what? This is no good.
The name's Dick, Blue Dick.
You know what I'm saying?
This is no good. I really got his back up. What? Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail, if that's... What was the voice? My lord, or something like that? Oh, yeah.
I forgot. Oh no.
Juror number 3, what's the meaning of this? My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? Oh, I don't like the stinking rich. Never have.
Tell him.
They're always up to something or other that they shouldn't be. Every
Tell 'em.
one of them.
Oh.
That little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me. Did his chair change? Like, I don't understand. What's that behind him? Hey, Bane, the shoulder pad came off this guy. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I have to do that.
Okay, cool. I thought that was a me problem.
No.
Hi, you having fun?
Yeah, I just want to find some gloves.
Gloves. What about doves?
Oh. Hello? That's awesome.
That's a very cool and insane at the same time, but you know.
Yeah.
There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. Hold it.
This is precisely what I was about to say.
Oh no.
As the foreman of the jury, it is my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors. Donk.
Oh.
Okay. What is happening here? It's absolutely insane.
Oh, yes, no. This is the weird fire thing they do.
Ah, yes, let me see. Ah, yes, it seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. Being this game is insane and I love it.
Okay, it's not like
Of course it is.
it's not a metaphor. Literally, that's what's happening in game.
Yeah.
In universe.
With fire. Yeah. What?
Oh.
You did what? Huh? What? I accidentally clicked Blender instead of Discord. Give me a sec. This is important. This is important to me. Who? Which one?
What?
Relay moments.
Oh! I actually like this one. Fuck you. It's mine. She's mine. Did I do it? Did I claim? No! You told me too late. I'm sad. Tuts rolled Shirabe
Oh.
in midday in the server. I'm sad. F. Very F. She's one of the main 6 characters the Symphogy uses, and she's great, and we love her.
Why then have someone else claim it?
No, it just wasn't not enough time. Noticed too late.
Oh, jeez. Rough.
Oof.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Apparently, yes. White for innocent and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago. So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
The fire tips on us and we die.
That's alright. Oh, now I'm even more worried than I was before. Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance. Oh my god, it actually reflects here as well, which is cool.
Shit.
Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Ah, this is a nightmare.
We got fucked for pressing? Hello? That's fucked up.
Did we actually learn anything from that?
That
Should we...
he saw him stabbing him, but he didn't see his face, I guess.
No, actually, because we tried to press, we didn't get to... We actually really didn't get to do much of this, did we? Hang on, let me just scroll history. Oh yeah, I wanted the detail.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So, should I save and maybe try again, or is that a bad idea, do you think? Because I want to learn fucking information. I didn't get into information.
Compound.
Yeah, imagine it if it doubled, toiled, and also troubled.
Oh.
So the exact moment it happened. Testify.
Didn't I already testify to that?
Sure.
We're all fair dickum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. This is no good. No, good. Back up. So you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail, if you don't mind. Oh, I can do it this time. Yes.
Why don't you ask the young man next to me? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, well, yes.
Oh, well, it didn't. Yeah, that's a nothing line, I guess.
Fuck. That's right. Stabbage with cabbage.
Oh, no.
Imagine being stabbed with cabbage. He stabbed him, you say, and you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you?
Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I'd been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylights.
I think he is just one guy, but very small.
It was sticking right through his belly.
So, hang on, you looked, happened to look through the skylight, and then the knife was there. Humph. A grim sight indeed. Ah, that didn't help me at all.
Uh-oh.
Sure, he looked like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before. It appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGillis is telling the truth.
Damn, we have dimensional creatures.
What?
Dimension creatures.
Yeah. I think the V version is better. I don't remember, but though the old version is still good.
Pretty sure the old version is what's getting reprinted.
Okay. Well, fair.
But is Tats in the chat?
What?
Is Tats in the chat?
Yes, Tats is in chat.
Because I found a bunch of old duo cards and I'm wondering if they're worth anything. Because I found the PG.
Oh. Apparently we have duo cards, Tats. Apparently we were wondering if they're worth anything.
Duo Achievement Promise Colima.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear that, Tats, but there you go. That's a card. You might have to message more directly with names and stuff. Still. Duo Achievement Promise what?
Colima.
Colima?
Yeah.
Duo Achievement Promise Colima.
It's a PG.
I think it is a perfect card. Perfection.
It countercharges by returning 3 duos from drop to deck.
Okay. Okay. And then we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First.
Is it the black or the white one, Bean?
Both. We have both.
We have both. There you go. We have both. How many of each?
I think we've got 4 of the black and 3 of the white.
Okay. There you go.
There it is.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief. Yes, that's it. That's the very one, sir.
Alright, we have that
I'm a
now.
real freak.
Is that?
Yes, Counsel. This is the blaze that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart. Do you see I'm making allusions to vampires because I'm designed like one?
That's true. The man is a vampire.
Vampire.
The man is a vampire. Send you to jail.
Wish I knew the rest of the songs in the Neil's version.
That's true.
Could make a joke.
A babysitter's a vampire? Why would the babysitter be a vampire?
Is that from Neil?
Surely not.
But I like to see these words.
Considerable. The Fred song.
What do you mean the Fred song? Like YouTube Fred guy?
Huh?
As in,
That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel.
oh no.
Imagine paying money for YouTube Fred.
So stupid.
It is, and furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned prominently and with a certain initial.
From what I can tell, this must be YouTube's knife.
Oh no.
It's red.
Extreme discussion. Sorry.
The
Yes?
letter M, which seems oddly familiar.
Magnus the Red? Ah, please, no.
M for Magnus, perhaps? Or McGilded, probably. Take your pick. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake. Alliteration joke.
You right,
by the
Pete?
way.
Yeah, it's conference.
Can't find what? Glubs. Unfortunate.
Posting in chat for anyone, any VOD viewers.
Huh? What have you found? Oh no. Oh no, I'm scared what I'm about to see. About to see something disturbing. You're about to walk through a door into a dimension of doors. Let's see. From 2010.
Fucking unhinged video. Terrifying.
Is it?
It changes to a song like a minute in.
Okay. What
can't
was the
tell
last
what's a-
video this man made?
That's a dark question.
6 years ago.
Thank God. I'm glad to hear Fred moved on. He had his time, had some fun.
It's from
got some
it's
cash.
questions my parents won't answer. Wait. But is this all? This can't all be Fred, right? Because some of these don't seem to have him in them. I'm confused.
Welcome to the Fred part of the stream, where we analyze the history of Fred. Oh yeah, interesting. Can't explain that. Just has a strange YouTube channel.
Huh. Okay.
He's got a Twitter. What the fuck's going on?
He's got a
on his
Twitter, there's the website, there's the Facebook. Yeah, apparently it hasn't been a thing for a while. Damn, that's...
Oh
very
really?
cool.
That rules.
There's literally the last videos were 6 years ago, so... Who knows?
Can't believe no one following is also following Fred.
I want to die. I want to die.
So glad to learn. I hope.
Okay. Oh, nice. Cool.
He actually looks okay when he doesn't do the stupid Fred hair.
Yeah. Also, did you know
That's
there
awesome.
are M's everywhere?
No, we're playing a video game.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry, I was just enamored by that.
Yes, like in Mason.
Objection. This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned.
His objection is fun though.
No, this weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused.
Ah. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, counsel.
Yeah, I guess that's...
The murder weapon.
Examine that shit.
My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption, I'm not gonna forgive the interruption. Do not. Absolutely verboten to interrupt me right now.
So rude.
I guess the only option is just to pop it apart.
You can't open it?
That part is the sheath, isn't it?
Don't call it that.
Are you alright? That's what it's called!
Narrators like, don't call it that.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, sorry, yes. I just don't really like blades.
Bella.
He says, having a sword at his hip. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist. That's not a blade, that's Kazuma's soul.
I was gonna say that.
You were actually going to say that?
Yeah.
But hear me out. Hear me out. It's not a blade, it's wings. Fuck you. Ain't no sword, it's wings. Classic Sympho gear. Holy shit, I've been added 9+ times. Oh, Sympho gaze, even. What have I... I'm seeing a train combiner for Transformers. I want it.
Oh?
I need it. I need it. That's very cool, and I want it. I want it so bad. Oh, I want this train. Give it to me. Show it to me. The train I truly desire. That was a Vanguard joke as well.
Nice.
Anyway, here's one. There's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Whoa.
Oh, that's a blade.
That sure is a blade, fella.
What? It's all rusted. The tip's all rusty.
No, yeah, rusty. That's definitely what it is. Oh my god, look at that. There's a gap of space between them. Whoa.
Cool.
What if it's a W?
You're a fucking genius.
But who could it be? Alright, letter M. Undeniably, Mr. Magnus McGilda's initial. It's beautifully gilded too. It must be very valuable, I should think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything. A W? Yes, this is one of those, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. Mick Gilded. I get it. Because it belongs to McDonald's.
This stream is sponsored by McDonald's.
I kind of wish, but also I'm glad, because then I would not, otherwise I would have no health, as opposed to bad health.
True. That would just give you burgers every day and you'd die.
Burgers every day. Die. I'm afraid I don't know at all, but what I am sure of is that this is an M. Oh, well, that idea was quickly quashed. It looks more like a fucking W than an M, though. I'm not insane. Hang on, let me just... I mean, I guess... But, like, the curl at the end makes me feel it's a W. Like, if it was the curl at the end rather than the start. Epic Yakuten Saiban reference. I know, right? Dai Gyakuten Saiban, even. Daisuke Gyakuten Saiban.
That's a joke for you, speakers of the language.
Yes. Yes, it is. Like you personage. You individual. That's you. Luke, I'm speaking directly to you.
Can't believe it.
That's incredible. That looks like a lot of blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. It surely is blood. The victims. I am playing the game. Which game am I playing though? Resident Evil or this one? An Englishman's blood looks a lot like Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. Finding it a little hard to adjust.
Oh.
Yes, I do understand. Nope, I didn't mean to do it again.
Oh, well. Hold F.
Hold F to pay respects.
You. And we've seen it all.
The killer takes it all.
How do we make your argument on this?
Man. I
guess
don't know.
Maybe it'll present us with a prompt.
I'm gonna make a save if I can. Actually, then again, we have this to watch through first, so let's do it. My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption. Juror number 2, go on. Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman, and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Wait! What are you about to do? Dispose of the rubbish. It's almost all the way there. No! I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
I guess that's me.
I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion. Guilty.
Not again! That's 4 out of 6 jury members who've proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left. We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, I just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. This is actually just fucked, though. Like, what the... What? I suppose I'll just...
I don't think we're actually being punished. It's just...
I don't know. It's probably narrative based, but I'm still like I still want to cry a little bit. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly, may well fry like an air fryer. we must give. Huh?
That's
okay. Yeah, I thought. Okay, I was hoping that was the case, but I wasn't sure. We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. But. All right, I'll keep trying. I can't give up.
I give up.
I should keep calm. Listen to the witnesses' statements again.
Last one.
Interesting. Hang on a sec. Oh, that's better. What exactly did you see? Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir, yeah? Collapsed on the floor he was.
And by the passenger, obviously you are referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
Except he was sitting on his chair when they found him. And then the other passenger had that knife in his hand like this.
By the other passenger, obviously you are referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Then he plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. What? Nani? Oh my fucking god, cease.
My lord, I wish to speak.
Was that the voice you gave him? I love his fucking, like, horseshoe mustache. Yes, sure, number 4.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until you mentioned it.
Do I take it that you too?
Mr. Minister of the London Guild of Coachmen. The idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's garages is utterly apparent to me.
That's not impartial. What a guy.
It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though I say to myself. But I've heard enough now. This is Bolton, as they say.
Who's they? It's not me. I didn't say it.
I see it. Yep, now silver blaze the finishes inside.
Oh my god, we're fucked.
It's Sleddy. It's up to her.
Mippo is a long-standing member of the Guild and actress with the Mencius.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir. Oh, this is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 jurors agree to condemn this man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, accept. Madam Juror number 6.
Oh, was I doing this one? I think I was, right? Was I or was you? I don't remember.
Who's the first one?
The first one is you.
Okay, then it's...
No, because remember we weren't doing it specifically that way.
Oh, yeah, it's you,
because
yeah. It's you.
It's
So
me?
I got Ryder first guy and guy to the left.
That's true. Yes, dear. What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh yes, I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Then pray tell why you yet to pronounce your leaning. Are you gay? Tell me now. I want to know.
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know. Put a smile on his face as he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life.
Yes, we got one.
Yeah.
That's right. A man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely.
Mother, may we go to the McGilded Public Library later and borrow some books?
Absolutely perfection
Dude,
delivery.
that sounded just like me. What the fuck?
I know, it was crazy.
How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know? What kind of a man Magnus McGill really is?
Do you? What kind of a man is he?
I got fucking Castlevania music. Fucking. Let's go.
This man is a
The
vampire.
philanthropist. This man is the philanthropist Magnus McGill.
The philanthropist is a vampire.
Has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is Shylock, sir. One of the very darkest of souls.
Google definition.
Huh?
I'm gonna Google the definition of Shylock because I sure as hell don't know it.
But they got Dark Souls in this game?
I
When I saw-
see.
Did you see the Sora trailer last night?
Yes, we
Okay.
did. Beat and I watched it. It was great.
Like, when I saw the fire, for a second I thought it was Dark Souls. Like, it was the fucking, like, protagonist of Dark Souls for some reason.
That would have been funny.
That would have been, like, totally out of left field, but also, like, a perfect way to end it.
I think Sora was a perfect way to end it.
Sora's
as well.
better, but
Sora's definitely better.
it's like Dark Souls is a Smash character. Yeah.
The Dark Soul or whatever.
A lot of people do.
I
Makes
see.
sense.
But
love
Shylock is interesting. So Shylock is a fictional character in William Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice, a Venetian Jewish moneylender. Shylock is the play's principal antagonist. His defeat and conversion to Christianity form the climax of the story.
What?
That's fucked. I love it. Oh my god.
Okay. Interesting. Van Zyke's being a freak as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sora is. I didn't even think was possible. It's a miracle.
Like, Sora is like one of those things where they were like, because like they said, you know, they were like working on it for like 6 years or whatever. I'm like, it's incredible.
Is it that long since Smash 4?
I think the year he listed was, I don't know, I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean that was pre-Smash 4 release.
So Charlotte can just mean lone shark apparently.
Okay, got it.
The man is a shown lark. He has been shown to lark.
Wasn't Goku. Had to be Sora.
Well, imagine Goku.
Fucking Goku would be. I'd quit.
You know what's sad though? We didn't get any representation from Valve or Halo. I'm sad. No, I mean, I obviously wouldn't mean like as full characters, but like in the same kind of way as like Doom Guy and whatnot. There wasn't even that. I'm sad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because like honestly, that would have been. Can you imagine that triumvirate of just like fucking Doom Guy, Master Chief, and Gordon Freeman? Can you imagine that shit? Oh, true. Damn.
Surely that's like Rune Factory or Story Seasons like trophies or something?
Like stickers or some shit.
Yeah, it does like that.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Imagine.
I'm canceling Sakurai. It's time.
You're gonna Sakurai him, get it?
Ooh. I never thought of that joke, that's brilliant.
Sakurai. Did you know that he has the very darkest of souls?
No way.
You know, it took me this long to like actually read the line and realize, oh, that's where Dark Souls came from. I like actually didn't like read the line or hear you, so I didn't realize that was what was said. What? Dark Souls, my favorite video game series.
Story of Seasons has like good characters as well. Anyway.
Stone the crows.
McGildred lends money to extortiate.
At extortionate.
McGildred lends money at extortionate rates of interest so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He's a vulture that preys on the weak.
I've never heard any mention of that before.
Don't media heroes.
Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So, has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man worthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own?
Huh?
Huh? Huh? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service?
You're not saying that.
The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGildred.
Oh no.
But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final payment date for his debts.
I see.
Not looking good.
Good gracious.
The brickmaker was destitute. He'd lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owed taken from him. His life.
It's a pretty definitive
By
case.
the merciless...
It's a pretty definitive case, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's not looking good, holy shit.
Yeah.
By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGildred.
I don't believe it. Oh. Sorry, I have to do a Lost Planet reference. I don't believe it. Hold it. If I might add something briefly. Mr. Sato? You claim the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGildred. Where is the evidence to support your claim? Where do you get that bottle of wine? And the glass?
Oh, here we go.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in the court of law. These bitches make me want to drink.
Always has them, does he? I didn't say it before now.
Hell yeah.
This hallowed chalice. I love the thing.
Aha, there it is. Lord Van Zeek's hallowed chalice. Ah, the crowd goes
with the people
wild.
pointing at the thing.
Yeah, everyone's going, oh,
Chalice.
how can this be considered acceptable?
But I find myself in unexpectedly good humor. I'd heard ladies from the...
Oh, lady.
heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself.
Ah,
Not only am I racist, I'm a fucking misogynist.
misogynist, yeah. Misogynist.
Miscon.
Misogynist. As a judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job.
What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused.
I understand. Of course I understand.
You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside.
Oh.
Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. A toast to your idiocy.
A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence.
Me when I make toast.
No. No toast. Only boast. I have so many notifications. Ah! Cease and desist.
Guineas?
Many. Many, many, many. 20 guineas.
Was coin?
Toast, toast, toast.
I thought they would have been using pounds at this point. What the hell?
No? Get fucked. No pounds yet.
to use. The replacement by the pound was in... in like early 1800s, yeah. This is like, it should have already happened. What the fuck? Maybe people haven't changed their language yet. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, okay. Maybe it was just happening at this moment.
In this moment as you run away.
Oh, toasters. Toast.
Dosed.
Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum.
And the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense.
Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
Regrettably, madam, that is the modus operandi of the accused.
It's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel.
Right, if it was slang, it probably just stuck around.
Still. Maybe it's all for the best. Ah, wait a minute. Let's think about this a little more before.
I don't stand for nonsense.
Shit.
Oh shit. He's dead. He died in a fire.
Well,
And with that, should we keep going?
guinea is about 21 shillings-ish.
I see.
When you write about British history, I read it in British words.
That's true.
Do we load a save because we fucked up?
Did we suck it up?
I think we failed. I think we have to reload him.
Let's find out.
That was it, the last juror's decision.
According to this Encyclopedia of British Law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here. The final verdict. It's over then. Oh, you didn't realize that there's evidence we only just got. So, like it can't have been a fail state. Oh.
Oh, I love that animation.
Yes, I love it too. There's a footnote, though. A footnote? However, the defense...
All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case.
Let's have the bottle still.
Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision.
According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections.
Mr. Sato, just tell me one thing. Oh, yes? You were in the middle of saying something before. Footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense... What did it say next? Oh, yes, of course. One moment.
You didn't keep it open?
When all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver final verdict and sentence, then the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point. This is it.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Summation examination?
Go ahead.
A summation examination. From which century is the tome that you've been, that tome you have been there,
The tome you have there been resurrected. There you go.
Sure.
Ah,
Judging from the binding, I would say that book is at least 50 years old. A modern text in British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten and certainly no longer practiced. So you're out of luck.
unless... Oh. I know it's an actual gameplay mechanic, so get fucked, Van Zeeks. What even is it, Mr. Sato? The so-called summation examination. Oh, one moment.
Keep
I'll
it
read about
open!
it.
You would demand right up to a procedure before you even understand what it entails? Typical Nipponese.
We haven't actually demanded the right to it, you dumb fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
Something we
dude,
mentioned. Alright, Mr. Naruhodo, I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury. To do what exactly? Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. And it says here that, if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed. Make them reverse their decisions. Because it's a new gameplay mechanic, I guess that's why.
Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really, so it rather fell out of use.
I wonder why.
Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several.
But you underestimate the power of Naruhodo
We are
Ryunosuke.
Genius.
No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try it in this day and age.
Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked. It's true.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Summation examination, our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out or admit defeat? Assert our right. Mash that spacebar. Fuck you.
Slam.
The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord. First of many, I imagine.
Oh. London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty into the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection! But if it's our right, it's our right. I believe I can prove vital in this trial.
The defense's petition is perfectly valid.
Thanks, Judge.
The court will proceed
Bestie.
with the summation examination.
This is madness. This is...
Are you and the remainder of the jury ready?
Well,
There was no mention of this in the letter I received to see so.
All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision.
On what grounds?
You must all justify your decisions and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty.
Well, my lord, you're rather putting us on the spot.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before. I don't really hold with all this justifying lark. Seems to have thrown the jurors off. It seems none of them have experienced this before. Alright then, summation examination. Defense procedure no practicing lawyer has ever attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around.
Turn about.
So be it then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant, Magnus McGilded, guilty of this most serious crime.
Oh, we get to cross-examine the jury?
Yeah, hell yeah. Again, I saw this in the trailer and I was excited. Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. You realize this is what was supposed to happen in the main series, right?
Oh my god, they would have been so better with it.
Like, can you imagine AA5 but with this feature as well? With all of these features?
Yeah.
Oh, AA5
So
was
many
great.
characters, it's incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna save, first of all. Shutakumi is a god. It's just a shame that he wasn't able to make, you know, the game that he wanted to make. I mean, technically he got to make it. He made this, but he couldn't make the main series, game he wanted to make. He couldn't continue from 4 correctly. Oh, yeah, Ghost Trick was the thing.
I mean,
you know,
I'm not complaining. We also got Ghost Trick. Good game. Pretty good game.
That's fair, but, you know, imagine AA5, but, like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. To be fair, if it wasn't for Ghost Trick, we also wouldn't have Leighton, which means we also wouldn't have...
oh, really?
We also wouldn't have group cross-examination, multiple witnesses.
That's fun.
Because that feature was introduced in that game, but this feature was introduced in this game. They just need Shutakumi to make it AA7. It's that simple. As long as he's making 7, it would be delicious. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that would be. I feel like that might even be happening right now.
Possibly.
As we speak.
All right, do we continue from here or do we stop for now?
Ooh, I'm happy to go on, but if you want to stop, I'm happy to stop.
Because part of me wants to get onto some Half-Life, but also I'd like part of me wants to do this as well.
I probably don't have energy for Half-Life as well.
All right.
Oui.
All right. Then let's do this. Then let's do some more of this. If we can't life half, then we can do this.
Yes.
I'm pressing the space bar.
Oh, it's being made. Okay.
There was no one else inside the car at the time. That's what made him. I forgot what my voice was, sorry.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence. It was 40 actually.
This guy is just Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen.
I have simply typed and collected all the statements made thus far and drawn a logical conclusion.
You can trust the guild.
We have prices as our motto.
Fair
We
fares.
haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years.
4 pence, which means that if you got 40 pence... No, but even if it was 20 pence, because I thought he said 40 pence initially, maybe he did mean 20 pence, but still. The point is, 4 times 5 is 20. So there was a 5th person. The point is that there was definitely more than 4 people.
Oh.
The scoundrel stabbing the poor man on the floor. It beggars belief.
Can't have been stabbed on the floor. The bloodstain is on the chair. Oh, that's another thing.
Certainly wish I hadn't pushed for this now. Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they? Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. Throw everything I can at them, and use some very persuasive language.
Give me your book.
Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. According to my book,
That's not quite how it works. Oh? I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant. Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says. But then... They've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become.
This is like how humans work.
Yeah. Wow, it's like actual human mental thought patterns.
Cool.
Then what on earth am I supposed to do? Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo. Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work, then? Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the juror's own words to make your arguments. What do you mean? Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together. And that's the way to break them down, you mean? Yes, exactly. Listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can, then we contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other. I see, so it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way, then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination. Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against each other. Number 2 and number 5 to start with.
Sure.
Pit the jurors against one another to break them down. All right, I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. I have to pull this off. Can we start proceedings, counsel? I would ask you to take the stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Milord. Millard. With the sword. Jury examination.
They're in the back. He's in the middle. This is great.
Yeah. The defense is a rebuttal. I think from this we can see that there will only be at most 4 people.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Could be more. You never know. There's an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fare totaling 20 pence. Right? Who cares?
This guy is Scooby-Doo? I mean, sorry. This guy is... Oh.
Shaggy?
This guy is Shaggy.
So, and then number 5. You can trust the guild. Fair fare is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. Are you ready? Look at this. Read them. Contrast.
Sure.
Are you ready?
This is a contradiction.
4 passengers, 20 pence. 4 pence per person.
Nailed it.
Those 2 statements clearly contradict each other. They do. Explain yourself, counsel.
Classic, you got a wrong line.
If I have, I'm gonna fucking scream because those 2 were clearly contradicted. 100%. Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I swear on the silver's blade and name, I hadn't heard the first thing you're talking about.
According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares.
But you were right.
Right. I have those precise details taken here in front of me.
And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence.
That is a very convenient single price, just the way London's carriages should be operated.
But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts.
Why, man, why?
4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication, it would be 16 pence. Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely 1 person's fare. 1 person's fare. Yes. In other words, on the omnibus that night,
It's distinctly possible there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Good gracious. See, I told you. Bam. Bam, 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 bam.
Nailed it.
And we get the music as well.
That was awesome.
It's good music.
All the animations and stuff.
It's very fucking cool.
This guy looks like a mobile app character. Mobile game character.
Yeah.
The coachman of the guild are good, honest men, but at all. Trustworthiness is our watchword. The figures of your games, my claims, they certainly do not at all. Your watchword, good sir, is a fantasy. I beg your pardon?
Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London.
Oh.
The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he let nefarious characters ride his omnibus.
All right then. How do I make this miserable trial make it so the miserable trial doesn't end? Hmm?
There she is.
Go.
So she is God tier. With that, though, I've got to say, with that context, I wasn't the biggest fan of this OST just because of how much it like differed from the other ones. But with context, it just feels better. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it being in the game that makes it just better.
Yeah. Just like the DS, timber.
Yeah.
It's so distinct, it's kind of hard to change away.
No, but I mean, even comparing it to AO5 and 6's, because like I said, I listened to the Unlimited Pursuit. I actually don't know if I said that recently or ever, but the point is, I listened to the Unlimited Pursuit medley a lot, and I would always find that Ryunosuke's Pursuit theme was just kind of I'm not a fan of it after 1, 2, 3, 4, Miles Edgeworth, then number 5's plays before it, and then number 6's plays after it, and those sound more definitely different, but more in line with the other games. Whereas this one is just very distinctly different, even though it's of the same audio quality as the one before and after it. So it's not just about the DS timbre; it's about the fact that it's
it's context.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think the context is what sells this OST to me. It is very good, definitely, but I needed context, and I don't understand how that works, but I'll take it. According to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire onto the innocent side on the set of the scales.
Now hold your horses there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you have to go in? I'll get my hands on you, Beppo.
And the cakes is saved.
Oh, this is all very irritating. Ugh.
Begging your pardon, sir, I'm going to do the same.
Oh, the color on their chair changes.
Yes.
For the love of Mike, not you as well.
Huh?
Mike, you know that's my god, Mike.
I assume maybe the Archangel Michael or something, but shortened to Mike. I don't know. That's literally the only religious significance to Mike I can think of, other than this man worshipping microphones, a technology that I don't know if it exists yet.
It's just Mike from around the corner.
Mike Wazowski. A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, really. I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again.
Can't believe you just orally me. God.
You are really. Yeah, really, you.
Oh.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. You did it. I see. Mike is a euphemism for God.
That's so funny. It's doesn't sound anything like God. What the fuck?
I know.
I've never heard that.
Gosh, I tilt way too much. I don't know why. Don't mind me. Kind of been examining my model more recently because I intend to do a re-rig at some point. Take the Mickey out of. True. If we manage to change two more jurors' minds, we can force the trial to continue.
Wow.
2 more, actually. There is something else that's bothering me about a couple of their assertions. Then that's where you must strike next.
Gotta find another pair.
2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertions. Exactly. You can do it. The scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavy on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation and examination.
Alright. Okay, so those are gone.
Okay. Ah, this one. Right. And
Huh?
that one.
Yeah. I think that is the way to go. This UI is brilliant.
This is a great UI. I'm such a fucking fan of this.
Really good design.
There you go. Those 2 statements are completely contradictory. I love that it like baits you into making you think, oh no, I fucked
this
this
is
up.
exactly the same phrasing they use in other games.
What? Explain, counsel, post haste. Oh dearie me, I was only knitting a jumper for my other half. What is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? You've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3. What? Can't you see I'm busy here?
I'm busy here.
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it? Ha, want to test me, do you? It was like this. Stick the fellow next to him without even getting up, just like the prim banker said. Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony. Quite true. Now then, juror number 6. Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do you for, young man? I ended up making her American because of that. I don't know why, by accident, or whatever. How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, man? Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it, it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so. Now don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stabbed the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions. What? Bless my stitches, what a muddle. What this tells us... The writing, did you say? Yeah. I love this game. This is actually incredible. I'm so happy. He said there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth. Oh. But why? Why the dickens would they lie? I don't know that yet, but what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in cool, good conscience? Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide people telling lies. Pop.
And even Steven.
The scales.
I don't believe it.
Wait! No, hear this, my fellow Jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him. He's black, so he's clearly some devious eats and sorcerer using magic on all of us.
If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this?
Now to me this, dark jinx.
Huh?
Okay.
Me?
Normal thing to say.
What exactly is the problem? What of it if 2 witnesses have slightly different recollections of the events?
What of it?
It's time to tip the scales.
Still you.
That's you. Oh wait, it's
Juror number 1.
Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him in the omnibus. And this young Danny saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor, and then the Shylock stabbed him again. and then this little old lady saw him do it. Well, what's to say it didn't happen like that, hmm?
Who are you calling a dandy, sir? Why I should take this knife to you?
What?
Who are you calling old? Why I should take this needle to you?
Oh, they're not gonna believe him.
Bean tipping the scales. It's great.
Ah, they're ready to kill each other now. But could the foreman of the jury be right? Did the two witnesses see two different moments of the same crime?
Court record. It's time to check the autopsy report. A result of a single stab wound to the abdomen. Bam.
It's out of the question.
Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman. The video. Wait, what's the video? I haven't opened it.
They're being linked.
Yeah. I'm scared.
But I did know it was a Fire Emblem reference. But I appreciate the insane video.
Time to tip the scale.
Time to tip the scale.
What?
It's time to skip the scales.
What's with it being an ice bucket challenge video as well? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I didn't even realize that, yeah.
That's such a... Alright.
YouTube is a blessing.
Sometimes it's an absolute curse. In this instance, I'd say it's blessed. But yeah, obviously that's Robin, and you know how Robin is of course the player character in that particular Fire Emblem game. And it's just it's a thing that Robin says a lot.
It's a good line.
Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman, it is time to tip the scales.
Nailed it.
What is it, you dog jinx? Come on, out with it.
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
It's crit.
What are you talking about, man? How could you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job. As the foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see.
It's time
I say that two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime.
to tip.
If you say that's the question, show me some proof.
The scales! Let's go! Looks like the only way I'm going to convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss.
Why does it?
I didn't get far enough for it to become Sandstorm.
At the end.
Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish.
What?
I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proven by the fucking autopsy report, you stupid motherfucker.
The Topsy.
Take that! This is the victim's autopsy report.
Oops.
I love it.
According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once.
Only once?
It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means these two witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen 2 different times.
Snake.
Alright. I concede defeat.
And we're in the green.
Oh,
Or in the white,
spicy.
I should say.
Wait, that means 4 jurors are now leaning to not guilty. We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo. We've won.
Best animation I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
I love her so much.
What are you playing, you dandy fool, you little gay boy?
Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me.
But we had a consensus, my man.
I said shut your trap. I know a lie when I see one, And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
Love that phrase.
Please, tell me he's a barber. Well, in quite a remarkable turn of events. It was great. It was such a good line. Brain. The defense's summation examination has flipped the
Used to do a lot of reading,
balance
oh
of
my
the
God.
scales of justice.
It's fine. It's fine. We take these. You had to do a lot of reading last case, so it's balanced. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
As all things.
In the direction of not guilty. Ah! We did it.
The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate, and the trial must continue.
Continue?
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth.
We done good. Pursuit?
So, Lord Van Zeeks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
I think he's fucking upset. He's gonna drink a lot.
He hasn't said a single word this whole time. He's been like, what the fuck is this? Take a sip, bitch.
I want him to Godot it at me. He wouldn't though. I was not expecting that.
Having soured the rich aroma of
Save
the
it.
carmine contents.
Shit.
The carmine contents of this hallowed chalice.
He's not allowed to.
Nice.
So good. It may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks. Brr, is it cold in here, or is it just me?
As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during a summation examination. So I honor the deathly silence and listen to the charade.
Charade.
It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury.
Everyone's upset.
Well, no matter. There's nothing so hard to prove as self-evident truth, it would seem.
There we go. Just trying to get some random thingamabob that was underneath the table.
Table!
Table.
Time to tip the table!
Time to tip the scales in my direction. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence, after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle.
Cape off.
Cape off, cape off, cape off.
Bring forth the witnesses once more. Witnesses? I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yes, sir, that I did, sir.
Of course I heard it. Oh, yes, sir. I heard it.
You have two of the witnesses, to be fair, and the prosecution.
You, sir, on the end, the coachman. I believe it's Beppo. Yes, sir, my lord, sir. If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir. Oh, mio dio.
I think he's supposed to be Italian, maybe? I don't know.
Oh mio Dio.
Beppo.
A bad boy in England.
Beppo in England.
Oh, I see. Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination.
Love that font.
It is very good. We need that font. Various misgivings.
I only carried 4 passengers that night, I swear it. But
Well, I for one was told that I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
He feel us on the fair, did he?
Then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too
I tell you, I saw McGill stabbing that man, and everything I said before stands.
Oh, yes, he stabbed him. Yes, he did. I think so, yes.
Cool testimony. Really helps us.
Council, make sense of this for me, please.
The Phantom Fifth Passenger conjured into existence by my learned ancient friend never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cousinage.
Ah.
I don't know what that word means.
Beppo, explain yourself.
I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
The guild's various fortunes across the board. You know that. Might understand that you've been overcharging your passengers by a penny.
It's so cold, and the last one of the day is always half empty. You've been dishonest, coachman. I'm sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfless actions have brought dishonor on the entire guild.
It's true.
If I may, sir, I had to pay 10 bits on the bus last week.
4 passengers at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the results come out differently. No, that figures. Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please.
We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue with the parlor games.
Absolutely.
What we're about, baby.
Parlor games, parlor tricks. God, look at that cross-examination bar, though. I love that shit. It's great.
Stained glass. Brilliant.
Stained glass. Like I'm gonna... I
Say
don't
it.
know.
Say it.
Stain this man... What?
Say it.
I want to stain this man with his own blood. His metaphorical blood, because he's going to lose in this court battle. He didn't draw his sword. We even have swords. Come on, man.
Come on, let's battle.
And I know I just did it, but I'm doing it again, because fuck you.
I get you. Nothing like making 2 duplicate saves.
On the same slot.
Oh,
Various misgivings.
He's going. This dude.
Okay, 4 passengers that night, I swear. But, So there were only 4 passengers on your carriage, but you didn't charge them the standard 4 pence fare. Is that right? It's impossible to make the last one of the day pay. It was so cold, it was all I could do to stop myself from passing out.
Nothing's happening yet.
I feel like text is gonna... The little dots are gonna help us, but hey, may as well check.
Yeah.
Getting chilblains just listening to you.
What the fuck is that word?
How do you know that word? I don't know that word.
Man, living was a different time.
Living in the city.
How dare you? How dare you live me in the city?
Sorry. You want me to look it up?
Chilblains are patches of red, swollen, and itchy skin thought to be caused by a combination of cold weather and poor circulation. Extremities such as the toes, fingers, nose, and earlobes are most at risk. Elderly or sedentary people are most susceptible to developing chilblains. Ah, so that.
Wow. Cool.
How do you get rid of chilblains? What's the fast way to cure them? What causes them on your toes? What is the difference between chilblains and Raynaud's?
Do we need... What?
There you go.
Well,
There you
I've
go,
got
you've
more,
learned.
more questions and raised than answered at this point, but sure.
Just don't be elderly. It's that simple.
You are now officially elderly.
It was terrible, so I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for even keeping the bus running. What a bitch. You're a bitch, Dylan.
How is he so cool?
Doesn't a dedicated coachman deserve an extra penny per passenger? You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. If only there had been a fifth passenger on the omnibus that night. Then we would have had another suspect.
Yeah, that's my line. But
Yeah.
if you want,
I'm gonna press it into the ground.
you can't.
Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pence instead of 4?
Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir. And I just told you that I did.
Something about it seems odd.
Shit.
A flat fare of 5 pence across the board.
I've turned him into a Blackpool lad.
It's from Blackpool now. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I like it.
It's not something to be proud of.
The so-called discrepancy my learned friend identified was nothing of the sort. Much like the phantom killer you so desperately needed, it's gone, dead and buried.
I'd have been happy if it had ever existed in the first place.
He failed us on the fair. That's a sentence.
Don't read into it. I'm just a little boy.
This blood-curdling sight. You mean the murder, I presume?
Yes, sir.
A loathsome sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken.
Oh, well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment that Jen was stabbed.
Good gracious, really?
We have another witness who did, however. The banker has already testified to it.
But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant.
I heard the banker Jen next to me take a sharp intake of breath, see? That's when I looked through the glass.
Look at Pepper.
My God,
Dejected
what
Pepper.
happened to him?
He's dying.
He's like deflated.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's where I saw that horrible blade poking out from his belly, covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating.
He just screams as he eats. He's like, ah! Ah!
Yeah.
So he saw the defendant, Mr. McGilden, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him.
That's what I said, isn't it?
It was bothering before, this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question.
Anyway, there was only 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there?
There's been much talk of a 5th passenger, but as yet, 0 evidence.
Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white. The man's guilty.
Something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony just jars with me.
Oh, you're jarring?
I wish I could work out what it was.
Press that too.
Press it all, baby.
Earlier you testified you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
I was going to do Blackpool, but I've already forgotten.
Oh yes, that's right. From Blackpool, I don't know if I'm doing it. One of the pools, is that the liver or black? I don't know, one of the two.
You have 2.
That's right. You said the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip.
Look at Bruce, he's stuck still. There we go, he blinked.
They're like, why did you say the word cold? What are you thinking?
I suppose I might have, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe.
Yeah, this
I like
works.
that.
This works very well.
This works well.
Yeah.
No.
What's this? Oh, whoa.
God.
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck.
Oh,
I expect that was me, sir.
Then when I turned around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. What? Oh, I guess he's
Wait.
sitting kind of on up top rather than directly in front.
Okay.
The gentleman was on the floor, the knife was sticking up out of his midriff. That's right, yes, and the fellow holding the handle was the famous man. Yes. So, in short, I can tell my motherfucker was actually I really thought
Sometimes
that
it
I
just
did.
doesn't move. So disoriented.
Yeah. I thought that I did, but
Oh, there he goes.
when I go over it again in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I? Did you hear him?
Strength!
Where'd this man go? Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking.
Aaron, I know what you're
I
thinking.
know what you're thinking, Aaron.
It's really scary. I know what you're thinking. Bruce, I know what you're thinking.
Wait.
What?
Can you check the court record? What's Fairplay's full name? Oh, it's Bruce.
Bruce.
Sorry. I just thought it was funny that his mustache was a W.
And I was like, he's the W.
Yeah,
That's where the W comes from.
because he's actually Bruce Wayne, obviously.
That would be so fucking funny.
He didn't really state the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Huh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I'll be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed?
Some days are like that.
Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on top of an omnibus, that is.
Peeping? I'm a respectable city bank, I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as a Ballarat day.
A Ballarat day's
Nice.
clear?
Some stuff.
It's
It was
crazy.
a great scene, I don't mind telling you.
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
Excuse me if I was a little hot under the collar there, my lord.
Huge
So-
shout out to Ballarat. Nice.
Shout out to Ballarat! Yo! Guff Ballarat.
Ballarat, the city fan came.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like that's where
At least dedicated specifically to Sovereign Hill, you fucks. Jesus Christ.
Sovereign Hill, my
Madness.
beloved.
What a legendary location. Damn. Pen for some
back.
fucking gold. I actually want to go back there as well.
Yeah.
You know, when fucking thing ends, do you actually want to go for a trip to like
Oh, hell yeah.
Sovereign Hill? You want to fucking go? Let's do it. Let's all just go. Tats, you can come too.
Yeah, let's get the gang.
Let's actually fucking do it. That actually might be fun.
Wait, what's
Ballarat.
Guff Ballarat? Thought
What
that
is-
was a typo.
What is Grand?
Names?
What?
Wait, how do you know about this? Is this like a well-known place?
Games Under Fire. I don't know. I'm guessing. I really don't know what. I don't know.
Oh,
I've
it's
never heard
based
Guff.
on-
I've literally never heard of Guff. I'll be honest. Unless I have,
Love to
and
hear
I don't
about
remember it.
Iconic places. Love to hear about iconic places.
I actually wrote GF instead of Guff. Guff
Ballarat,
Ballarat.
GF.
Yeah, Google knows what I'm talking about. I just Guff Ballarat came up. I mean, what's it about? Like, what's the Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh? Cool. Like, I love me some Wingspan update packs.
Don't search for stuff. Don't
I
go
want to
shopping.
know what this place is. They got tabletop games. Oh, they have G-Dubs. Guys, they have G-Dubs.
Alright, we're going. That's gonna be part of our trip to Ballarat.
Are you kidding me? Only for new accounts. Fuck.
Whoa.
Fuck me. I want to cry. F us.
Yeah. I gotta spend like $40 now on a second start deck if I want one, which is like, ugh.
Ooh, fuck.
Not exactly the most ideal. Yeah, they got Kill Team Octarius for 261 instead of 200. Oh, that's why I recognize Guff. Because when we were trying to look for something specific, and it came up, but I didn't think much of it, but now I understand completely. Okay. If we want Codex Thousand Suns for 75 instead of 84, holy shit. Yes, please. Jesus Christ. $9 cheaper, we take those. Codex Thousand Suns, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Have you been? No, famous place.
What? She goes places. Reminder, her family don't live, like, her, like, family don't live, like, in Melbourne City proper. You know, they live out a bit further.
True.
It's reasonable she's been to Werribee.
Oh, Werribee, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was Ballarat. I'm like,
Yeah, Werribee, Ballarat.
how does everyone know about this place?
That too will do it. I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about exactly what you saw. But no, for real though, the four of us should actually go to Ballarat and like Sovereign Hill and Guff, like when this lockdown shit is over. Like
Yeah.
I'm like not even joking. This is an actual proposal to the three of you right now. Let's fucking do this.
Agree.
It'd be hella fun.
No, well, I can do that, alright? I'll tell you just how grim it was.
Sweet.
It was grim as fuck, mate. He was fucked.
Road trio. I know you meant trip, but like, look, it's either a road trip, and if Tats can't come, it's a road trio.
Hey.
Blood-soaked
we could probably do it
hands.
when uni is off as well. Yeah.
I fucking forgot
new
about
line.
uni.
Do you think I'd forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man?
You know what time it is. It's save time.
It's time to present those gloves.
Yeah, that's true. Only you can
How?
drive. Only you can prevent forest drivers.
Well, I only have 4 seats, so.
Well, that's why I was thinking they were going to invite, like, us.
True. We
Blood
could also just.
soaked.
We could do public transport anyway.
Yeah, PTV exists.
Well, perhaps soaked is laying it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
And you saw that from the roof, through the skylight.
Well, the skylight's reasonably large, so we had a pretty good view.
It's a long trip, it's true.
Off trips. Off tripping.
I remember doing that
And
for
there was a
school
lamp
as
on.
well. Damn. What a time. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
And there was a lamp on inside the carriage as well, so I'm sort of really sure. Yes. What's wrong, cunt? Well, what's up? Wanna go?
What did you just fucking say to me, you little bitch? Ah!
I'm the one talking, so calm it. Yeah.
This banker's latest statement went fucking off the rails. Yeah, something like that. We'd all pay you for fuel, I promise. I feel like there's something not quite right about it. When you feel something doesn't add up, Mr. Naruto,
shut.
that's when you should have a good look through the court record.
Thank you.
Best girl. Not long ago, this trial very nearly came to an end. Somehow, we've managed to keep our chances alive here. I can't waste this cross-examination. I have to use it to bring some new facts to light. If you're not careful when you press these witnesses, the danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful as they did before. Maybe, but we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from uncovering important new information. Yes, you're so right. I need to pay careful attention here. I don't want to miss even a flicker of a reaction among these witnesses.
Oh?
Remember, if you happen to spot one of the witnesses reacting in a strange way, we've already done that, so it's all good. Don't hesitate to pursue them as to the reason. How long is it to Bali?
Yeah. That's the saying 2.5 hours?
Yeah, so like it is like is that by public transport? Is that by car? Like which one is that?
True. Let me Google Maps.
Hey, do you know what time it is? You know what time it is?
It's 12 time.
I haven't examine them, have I?
May as well.
This is definitely Chris's blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London. That makes sense. That explains it. Well, nothing will come of grumbling now. No. By the way, is Mr. McGilder right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier. Ah, pity. If only he'd been left-handed. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
It looks about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then 2.5 hours by train. That's pretty good.
Yeah. This is the stream now.
I'm rotating them in my mind.
Are you ready?
Let's see it.
The music stopped. Blood-soaked hands.
Well, I admit that soap might be laying it on a little thick, but
The glove stream.
anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
Well, I am very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
What?
Shut. If you'd put one more in, oh my god, look. Look at my chat, the chat above me. Look at how perfect it would have been.
Oh, beautiful.
Can't believe you've done this. Oh well. It's too late now. You can't edit your message in Thing, can you?
Nope.
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilder, on the night in question.
Well, yeah, right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-coloured stain there. Yes! Beautiful. Because different fight.
Who's that character?
That's Lukier. Silverthorn Dragon Tamer Lukier.
Cool.
Who is a heterochromic, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah. But not hetero.
Who knows? What's that one? Doreem? Is that Isabel?
Dorime.
Yeah, that's Isabel. It is Isabel. I thought so.
God, we're just seeing random emotes.
QATW partner. What does that mean? Oh, for two-factor, I guess?
Huh? What are you seeing?
I think I have like a new emoji just because I've two-factored my account.
Oh, okay.
Sir Uwu, for example.
Yep. Love to hear it from Bane. Brutal.
Imagine het. There certainly does appear to be a sizable, dark-coloured stain here. But as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove.
I'm eating my cane? Okay.
He's hungry. So your motivation is you're eating your
Can't
cane.
blame him, man.
Arg? You gonna arg at me? There you go. I just wanted the audio. I wanted the soundbite.
Got it.
In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent.
Gah! Shit! Can't. But no, that can't be right.
So you're the liar here, then?
Gah!
That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said it was both hands.
Nice.
Gah!
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
I will. It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one, but the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands. And yes, Toledo's are the best deck, obviously. Which means that there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Why? All right, I'm a city banker for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard.
Joke.
I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate.
Yeah, it's true. When it's true that he doesn't deal 2 damage to each opponent when you cast a red instant or sorcery.
What?
Magic joke.
Got it.
It's current Starvader deck needs 12 new. That's true. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Ah, I see. Thank you.
But,
Thank you for the definitions that genuinely.
It is good. But yeah, I do know. That's funny because I do previously know Gutter Snipe purely from the magic card.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case? Mr. Naruhodo, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying,
I know, right?
could turn the tide of this trial completely. Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony.
Wait. There is? Should we check?
I mean, yeah. Wait.
Ooh, no way. We haven't checked this yet.
This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear, do you think we ought to look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps? Actually, I wonder. I assure you we will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside. Well, let's see what we find.
Oh, please.
Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they?
Huh?
After all,
Excuse
not-
me?
What?
As in,
Oh,
they're not
okay.
gentlemen, they're just men.
The distinction between men and gentlemen as opposed to
Yeah.
gentlemen and gentlewomen.
Yes, exactly.
After all, not everyone in this country is well off. Ah, goodness! What is it? Look at this. Do you see the name here? Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually. Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment. Oh yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? Ah, he borrowed 20 guineas, did he? Look, the repayment date is fast approaching. It's possible. This is just a coincidence, of course. This could be very useful information.
This guy's trying to get the guy out of his life. Through incrimination. That we do.
My lord. Yes, counsel. The defense is ready to present evidence.
If this was IRK, what? IRL.
True, nothing. By Jove, are you sure? Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had a reason to lie in his testimony. Gah!
What a time.
What a time.
What a time. I love the, like, enunciations. I'm sorry, I can't help but want to read them myself because I love the fucking noises.
They're the funniest parts.
They're one of my favorite parts. Just like all kinds of just weird screams that these characters make, regardless of who's supposed to read them or not. I just want to do them.
Go
I just
for
want to do them anyway.
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence.
However, I will leave all of Van Zeek's to you. Reviewing
Oh,
part of the
they can
evidence
do
would remove them from the jury. True, but the fair play is the witness, not the jury.
Right.
The witness who's currently testifying, he has reason to lie because
But
he's
it
in
is funny that like there's the guild master who's like related.
Yeah. To be fair, he's only related by way of being the guild master. If nothing else, he's not technically directly related to the crown itself.
Yeah. It's funny, but you're right.
And he's only related to one of the witnesses rather than to either the to the defendant or the victim or anything.
Correct.
So I think it'd still technically be fine, but you know, ended up saving us this time.
I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the court.
Bam.
This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion. Extortion?
Why would you be speaking in green text? I'm confused.
Just like the idea of ominously sounding. That's how you be ominous to people. You imagine talking to someone and then suddenly they start speaking green text. What do you do?
I would cry and run away.
There you go.
I don't know. Sometimes reading green text stuff can be kind of fun, but like it depends on the thing.
I don't mean fucking 4chan. I meant, you know how the game like makes the text green?
Oh yes.
I think it's funny that.
I thought you meant like
something.
green text, like 4chan
Ew,
style. And I was
no,
like,
fuck
what?
4chan. Yeah, that's the joke. Is like, how would you know? But like, somehow you know, and it's like, you want me to do something?
Scream and run away. Did you read this one? No.
I'll do it again.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name. Mr. Bruce Fairplay. What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused?
No, well, it's barely worth being called a debt.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case? These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between the two individual parties.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's fun to read sometimes, certain green text stories. Some of them are just batshit, and I'd say most of them are probably batshit and just insane and not worth the time. You know. That's why I salute the individuals who go through them and find the actually readable ones for the rest of us.
Exactly.
Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
How? When it hasn't even... Is it... Do they have review copies?
Probably. It comes out like tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow, I guess.
Huh? Really?
Yeah. I know, right? I thought it was coming out like next year or something. Everything is coming out right now. It's insane.
Halo's coming soon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very fast. Damn, trust Nintendo to have a game up to a polished standard before like announcing it. Holy shit.
Hmm.
I hope all the people who worked on that and kept it secret for so long are like given a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Damn, a month and 12 days. That's not long. It would cease to exist, like me.
Cease to exist?
True.
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw, in a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
He's looking like...
They're all like JoJo
so
posing in front of behind. It's great.
Order! 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 Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
Yes, my...
Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Metroid would be a fair one to do because it's been so fucking long since the last game. Oh, I'm excited.
Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
Yo, nice.
Your silence...
420. Oh my god. Yeah.
Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right, now let's not make a melodrama out of this. To make it this a home and away kind of situation, perhaps I did overstate a truth in a pinch.
Been a few years. A pinch.
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on Mick Gilden's hands. Both of them.
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
Gah, so you keep saying.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself, as it happens.
Seeing what?
The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. What we think? Yes. I'm almost sure it was one of the both of his hands, not just one.
What? What?
Bitch, you in there as well? In the book.
$5. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of time.
It would appear we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see.
Nice.
To make myself perfectly clear. Mr. Naruhodo, this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last. Yes! Might finally have a chance to turn things around here.
Alright, we're saving now. I think we're going to stop now.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. It's 12 o'clock.
What the witnesses really saw is none of my business for the rest of the night.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. Keep it to yourself.
I don't want to see it now. I don't want to know it now. I don't want to know. I want to die.
Chicken Little.
Come on, me. There we go. I mean, just my rig wasn't being picked up. It was sad. It wasn't being picked, and I was like, ah. So, hey friends, we're gonna do a stoppage. Omelette du stoppage, as they say, right? That's definitely an omelette with stop. Cease and desist. Because we're going to come back another day. I'm not sure which day it is. That's the best part. That's what's fun about these streams. They're so chaotic. Who knows when we're going to be back? Nobody. Not even me. That's the most interesting part.
Our streams are like the weather. You
fucking random as shit. Especially down in this location we live in. Interesting. Isn't it? So anyway, we'll be back eventually. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. We'll find out. I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for coming by and watching. Bye.
Goodbye and goodwill and farewell and
Mr. Baroque Van Zeeks, did you become the President of the United States?
Do I look like I know the fucking difference between a tomato and a tomato? Phoenix Run.